Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's finally freaking Friday, and it's amazing that we are so close to the NFL draft. I can't believe it. Next Thursday, I got my crew is all texting and everything else. We're going to do a draft party. I'm not sure who's going to be coming. I know David Wiley will be there. Maybe Dem Boys Kicks will show. I know DMV is going to be on with Boss Cowboys, so he probably won't be joining. I know Game Time Brian's got to work and stuff, so he's not going to come down. And Primetime Phil, he's not. Yeah, we're just not getting the crew together. But we'll be there at the Man Cave, and we'll be trying to keep up with everything that is the Dallas Cowboys draft. Now, here's an interesting take here. You know, the Cowboys are always taking shots from everybody, that everybody is always talking about how bad the Cowboys are and this, that, and the other. And Cam Newton kind of let it out of the bag what it's all really about. He let it out of the bag what it's all really about. Let's go to the tape and listen to Cam Newton dishing on the Cowboys and things.
We got.
All right, Space Age Pimpin' said, "Yo, Cam, in this day and age, where would you have start your career if you was a rookie? Say you going into the draft. If you had a chance to choose,
What team?
What team would you want to be a part of if you was coming in as a rookie quarterback? What team do you see?"
I want to hear your answer, but I got a good one for you. Put young Cam Newton coming out.
Hold on. You say your team.
No, for you, I want to give you your team.
Do you have a team that you think I would love to be at?
Can we say them on? If I count to three,
Yeah,
can
count
we
to
go?
three.
All right.
You gonna say it too?
Yeah, I said no. I'm counting. I'm doing the countdown.
Are
Y'all
you
say
saying
it.
the team?
No.
Okay, you gonna say a team?
Yeah, on the
okay, on the count of three.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Rams.
No.
Sean McVay? You and Sean McVay together?
And you said Dallas.
Who does not want to be on the Dallas Cowboys?
Ow!
As a rookie?
So you think you would come in and start over Dak and then
Bro, listen.
Dak ain't over Stafford?
He's drafted how he was drafted at
At
one.
number one, in this day and age, where would you start your career? Everybody's dream is to go to a legacy franchise in a big market. We're in this age of brand and,
Again, you in L.A. with Sean McVay, the creativity,
I understand.
the players around
I
you.
ain't thinking about all
With
that.
that number one
I
on,
ain't thinking about all
dabbing,
that.
would you dab out there or
I
would you
ain't
see
thinking
walk?
about all that.
be walking?
I ain't
They
thinking
not
about all
like
that.
Which one you
I
doing?
ain't thinking about all
Tell
that.
you, if you talk, what's the biggest?
With the same head coach now. You got to factor all that. That's
With Ron Rivera?
no.
With their current coach.
With Dallas head coach now.
Man, if I'm the first pick of the draft and I'm getting drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, that's everybody's dream. Contrary to what anybody may think, Dallas Cowboys is a team that everybody considers as the biggest team in the NFL because of marketability.
That starts.
That's debatable. Right there.
Market.
Who you got? Who
Marketability.
your biggest team, bro?
Hold on. Okay, you say what you say. I'm gonna drop the mic on mine.
Okay.
I'll say one of those New York teams.
The Giants or the Giants?
Or the Giants. Nobody I
cares.
would say the Giants more
Yeah,
so
than the
than
Jets.
but
Yeah, I would say that.
up New York?
You got New York over Dallas. Bigger.
Yeah. Bigger market? Yeah.
Man, listen, bro.
It's not even close.
I don't see New York being mentioned like the Dallas Cowboys being mentioned.
Because of
Listen to
ownership.
Me. Listen to
Jerry.
me. Jerry
Exactly.
Jones has all people in the chokehold. Because this is the thing. Even when I went to ESPN and I was asking the common question, I'm like, why do we keep talking about the Dallas Cowboys? And they talked about it on camera and they talked about it off camera. It's like not a lot of teams moves the needle.
Yeah.
Every single time we talk about the Dallas Cowboys, it's going to provoke some type of emotion from people. Yeah. So to win in Dallas, I don't think any other player would have a success story. Man, just imagine. Troy Aikman is still a god. Emmitt Smith is still a god. Deion Sanders is still a god. Michael Irvin is still a god. Nate Newton, still a god.
All of them. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I guess
And they ain't played in 2 decades.
I think for me, selfishly answering this question, because I was a fan of, even when we played against each other, I'm still a fan.
Right.
But I can just imagine what Sean McVay would do with a quarterback like
get
him.
it. I said,
He's telling you it's not about winning.
Kyle Shanahan.
Oh.
There's a lot. McDaniel. In
Miami, Mike
There's
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel. It's a lot of coaches that, with my skill set at the quarterback position, they will have a field. Andy Reid.
Oh yeah,
You see
that
what I'm
was
saying? Like, it's so many beautiful offensive minds that you'll say, okay, cool. But if you're talking about where I would want to be, I think every football player only can dream about playing for that team and winning, not just playing for them and winning.
When you came out in 2011, did you want to, even though they didn't have a shot?
No.
You didn't want to play with the Cowboys?
No, because it wasn't realistic.
Okay.
I never grew up watching the Cowboys. But knowing what I know now, if you ask me that simple question,
that makes sense.
In this, like, what would you, man, bro? Dak Prescott has won off the field and won on the field.
Yeah, you're right.
With that check. Look at doggone your boy, Romo.
Tony Romo. Yeah.
If Tony
he went
Romo
to another
played,
franchise,
if Tony Romo played for the New York Jets, would he still have
No.
opportunity?
potentially, you got to say another
Potentially.
organization.
No, he just.
I said the
you
Jets and the
said
Giants.
the Jets.
I said the Jets and the Giants.
You see what I'm saying?
But-
That's the impact of the star, bro.
Okay. The impact of the Giants. Michael Strahan.
Bro, he won the Super Bowl. Look at Eli Manning. They won Super Bowls, bro.
Do somebody play some
And I will say Tony Romo's talked about
He
more than
sold his
Eli.
Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, and it almost
And he had
was
that
worse-
incident. That's the thing. That incident kind of
His ring was almost sold.
Man, look, bro.
What about Barber?
Nobody talks
he
about
won
this.
Super Bowl. He a made man in media.
Made man.
I mean,
Respect. He's respected.
Yeah, respected. Got it.
What I mean made man, I'm talking about
Premium.
Michael Strahan is on
Everything.
America's networks.
Yes.
Tony Romo is on America's network.
Yeah.
Tom Brady is on America's
Troy Aikman.
America's networks.
I mean, you got valid points. I'm not
trying
going to
to
discredit
tell
your
bro.
points. You got
Dak Prescott. When Dak Prescott gets done with football, he's going to have access to major networks.
But do you think that's how they push
if he
them,
never
their
wins
star
another
to?
playoff game,
Bro, if he
never wins another playoff game,
He made.
I'm trying to tell you.
But do you think that's the narrative? How they continue to still push the star?
Yes, bro. Bro, it takes people to
this
really
is a
look
truth
at
bomb.
the power of promotions. And when you look at guys who get it right, Dana White, Vince McMahon,
Jerry Jones.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. You got to realize something. For the viewers, most owners want to be in the background. They want to be in the forefront.
But they're not making the money,
don't mind.
Jerry is.
And he understand that pushes the envelope to be more lucrative.
Because he ain't going nowhere.
I don't think that they do though.
Yeah,
I think more people want to be on the scenes, but it has to be organic. They don't know how. A lot of people who are good at what they do are introverts. See what I'm saying? Like when you come into a large sum of money, they've dedicated their lives to the journey and losing certain things. And
This is a
just
truth bomb
subjective
here.
to my thought process, and I must add in that. But when you get a guy like, what's my guy who owned the Dallas Mavericks for so long?
Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban was at every single game. Home and away. When the Dallas Mavericks won this doggone NBA championship over the Miami Heat that year.
He was in live.
Bro, they was on his jet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, every owner wants to have that relatability to the players, but all owners can't because there's a disconnect. It's a cool disconnect, or they're the guy that got the money.
Yeah.
But you strip the money away, could he still hang out? There's not a lot of people, if you strip the money. Mark Cuban is a guy that, bro, he's a bro. He's a decent
He can hang
guy.
regardless.
And he got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, the same thing. He's like, yo, bro,
Yep.
he gonna be the uncle. And I don't see him, bro, I've never seen a player speak bad about Jerry Jones. You can't find me a player.
And you can see Matthew
Publicly,
Golden.
that said, man, Jerry Jones is blah, 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 blah. And that says something about Jerry Jones.
Or they might be cutting the mic in the background.
Hello.
One of the two.
One of the two.
That's an interesting take there, that it's all about marketability. He's like, look, the career afterwards. And quite frankly, you got to remember Cam Newton was, I believe, league MVP one year, had a 15-1 team, went to a Super Bowl and lost. And you can't look and say Tony Romo's career and Cam Newton's after football are the same. They're not even close. So he makes a valid point that in Dallas, it's about marketing and marketing yourself. I don't know how that bodes for winning, but Dak Prescott, when he's done, he'll have the opportunities just like Jason Witten did. And Jason Witten was not good, but he had the opportunities. Why? Because he was a Dallas Cowboy. All righty, good people. I will see you all at 9 o'clock. We got Game Time Brian joining us tonight, and I will see you soon. Peace out.